Okay. This is the Truth Be Told with myself, TbeyB, and you are listening in on KUAW Radio. If you having a business or event or a business that you'll like sponsored here on KUAW Radio, make sure to send us an email at kuaw985@gmail.com. If you are listening to me, hey, but if you are wanting to watch me live or just keep up with our day-to-day moves here at KUAW, make sure to like our Facebook page, KUAW Radio, like, share with all your family and friends so that they have access to all the great content that we have here to offer to our listeners on KUAW Radio. If you're watching me, yes, live, we are available 24/7 across the World Wide Web. That's www.kuaw.org. Yeah, we are KUAW across the board via all your social media platforms. So if you wanted to reach us on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, any of those, whatever it is that you use or that you use listening to get your daily entertainment, just type in KUAW Radio and make sure to like and share with your family and friends. Okay, so I got to get right into it tonight because I actually ran out of time on the last time I did this show. I know if you tuned into last week, I probably did a replay. Or no, I was live and can't see last week, so I did a different show because I forgot my materials. But we are going to go ahead and finish up this chakra review. Oops, I'm sorry. We are going to go ahead and finish up this chakra review. Hopefully we get through the last 4 chakras today because I got a special treat for the remainder of the month with it being that, melanated. I can't use the word black, but melanated music month, whatever. So we're going to have some fun with that for the rest of this month. So trying to get this chakra series wrapped up in a bag. So let's go and get into it. We left off, if you were not tuned in, I guess, what was that, 2 weeks ago, Mr. Walker? Maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. I'll repost it later on today. But the first half of this show, we went over the first 3 chakras, the root, the sacra, I'm acting like I forgot. The solar plex. Okay, so the root, the sacra, and the solar plex are the 3 that we went over last time, which were the material world. If you remember at the beginning of that training, the beginning of that show where we were discussing it, I was telling you that the material world, it sits in the first 3 chakras. So that's what we went over: the material, physical world, creation, work, relationships, and emotions, self-empowerment, mind, and personality, all lies within those first 3 chakras that we went over. Again, that's the root chakra, the sacra, and the solar plex. So now we're going to get into the spiritual ascension of these chakras, of the chakra system. And so hopefully you guys, dig it. Make sure to write, comment, let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions, you can definitely drop them in the comments. I can try to clear up anything if I can point you in a direction. But yeah, so let's get into this. Okay, so the 4th chakra is the heart chakra. And it's crazy that we start out with the heart chakra just because I know everybody's going crazy over what happened with Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan. I'm going to talk about that next week once we get done with this chakra thing. But my heart. No, okay. So anyway, the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is love, compassion, forgiveness. So remember, this is the beginning of your spiritual ascension. This heart chakra is the beginning of the spiritual ascension. It starts with love. It starts with compassion and forgiveness, right? Its element is air. The color is green. The name is Anahata. Can't really say it all that time, but it means unstuck. The location is the chest, the heart, the cardiac plex. The purpose is love and balance. The identity is social. Issues, love, balance, self-love, relationships, intimacy, devotion, reaching out and taking in. Okay. The orientation is self-acceptance, acceptance of others. The demon, and it's crazy, but the demon is grief. The demon of the heart is grief. Now, I want y'all to keep that in mind, because just think about all the things that you grieve that are beyond your control, right? The developmental stage is 4 to 7 years old. Yeah, 4 to 7 years old. Okay. The developmental tasks: forming peer and family relationships, developing a persona. Basic rights: to love and to be loved. Balanced characteristics: compassionate, loving, empathetic, self-loving, altruistic, peaceful, balanced, a good immune system. Traumas and abuse that go along with the heart chakra. So you got rejection and abandonment, loss, shaming, constant criticism, abuse to any other chakras, especially the lower chakras, acknowledgement of grief, including parents' grief, divorce, death of a loved one, loveless, cold environment, conditional love, sexual, physical abuse, betrayal. Oh, that's a lot. And you just think 4 to 7 years old. That's a lot. So the deficiency. So remember, we're talking, the deficiency is when there's a lack of, right? So when the heart chakra is moving slower, you know what I'm saying, then it should be. So the deficiency is antisocial, withdrawn. If you find yourself antisocial, withdrawn from people, from crowds, from the outside world, just very cold towards people, critical, judgmental, intolerant of self or others, loneliness, isolation, depression, fear of intimacy, fear of relationship, lack of lack of empathy, and narcissism. Narcissism is because a lot of people nowadays going over like relationships and stuff like that, and they always like one of the favorite lines these days is he or she's a narcissist, and all this other kind of say. Narcissism is an imbalance of the heart chakra. Yeah, so that's one of the signs of a deficient heart chakra. Excess is when there's too much. So when you're going super fast, right? So codependency, poor boundaries, demanding, clingy, jealousy, overly sacrificing. I think I was literally probably 2 months ago, probably at least going through about 3 of those things. See, I like to know these things because once I start noticing these things in myself, I've been studying this for a while. So once I start to notice these things in myself, I know which chakra to pay attention to as far as getting it balanced, right? So physical malfunction. So disorders of the heart, lungs, thymus, breast, arms, shortness of breath, sunken chest, circulation problems, asthma, immune system deficiency, so ISD, tension between shoulder blades and pain in the chest. Some of the healing practices for, if you notice that, if you think like any of these things are drawn to you, or if these were drawn to you, as that it may be a chance speaking with you, then here's some healing practices that you can use to help heal your heart chakra, right? So breathing exercises, always yoga. Yoga is good for a lot for the chakra system, period. I felt that yawn coming, I'm sorry. Working with arms, reaching out, taking in, journaling, self-discovery, psychotherapy, examine assumptions about relationships, emotional release of grief, forgiveness when appropriate, inner child work, codependency work, self-acceptance. Self-acceptance is a big point. So some affirmations that go along with the heart chakra or healing and balancing the heart chakra is: I am worthy of love. I am loving to myself and others. There's an intimate supply of love. I live in balance with others. I live in balance with others. So let's see what I have put together on it. So the keyword: body, spiritual harmony, trust, element air, sense, touch, feeling, forgiveness, compassion, nurturing. This color is green. It's located within the heart. It is the century of love, compassion, harmony, and peace. The agents say that this is the house of the soul. This chakra is associated with your lungs, heart, arms, hands, and thymus gland. We fall in love through our heart chakra. Then that feeling of unconditional love moves to the emotional century, commonly known as the solar plex. After that, it moves to the sexual century or base chakra, where strong feelings of affection can be released. When these energies move into the base chakra, we may have the desire to marry or settle down. A blocked heart chakra can show up itself in the immune system with the lungs and the heart problems, or manifest as humility, lack of compassion, or unprincipled behavior. The affirmation that I put together for myself, because these right here, I know it go blank, but what I'm reading off of these right here, I know y'all can see this. I put these together probably about a year ago. I am unconditional love. Love is the strongest force in the universe, which it is. If you don't know, now you know. But yeah, love is the strongest force in the universe. And a lot of people, if you really listen to my shows and listen to what it is I say, go back and watch my TV shows, you know that I always tell you that love is not a feeling. It is an energy. And its energy is found in our heart chakra. So when we are moving in excess or deficiency, or we are dealing with grief, like all these things that tie into problems with our heart chakra, then I'm sorry, I thought somebody knocked at my door. That goes into the science of our heart chakra. And then we know how to balance our lives out so that we can get back to being compassionate, loving, self-forgiving, have a good immune system, all these type of things. So it helps with our bodies just understanding this system, and it helps with our the knowledge of how to really be able to tell what's going on with our bodies, with our feelings, be able to really interpret our emotions instead of just moving off of our emotions. Right? Like those are signs or signals from, that is what some things that are going on with you. So again, we're going to continue to ascend in this spiritual ascension of these next 4 chakras. So the first one was the heart chakra. So that was love. So now we move on to the 5th chakra. The 5th chakra is the throat chakra. Okay. It is will and self-expression. Okay. Its element is sound. The color is bright blue. The name, I know the Hebrew name is Vishuddha. I know I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but it's purification. The location is the throat. The purpose is communication and creativity. The identity is creative. Its issues is communication, creativity, listening, resonation, finding one's own voice. The orientation is self-expression. Now get this. The demon is lies. Lies. Okay. The developmental stage is 7 to 12 years old. So you just imagine your child 7 years old and you are suppressing their self-expression. This is how you damage and clog this chakra from a young age in a developmental stage. So developmental tasks is creative expression, communication skills, and symbolic thinking. So you really should, when your children are from the age of 7 to 12 years old, you really shouldn't limit their self-expression or letting them not express themselves or express how they feel, because it causes damage to the throat chakra, and they would have to do, work on that as an adult or when they get older, and they might have a problem with expressing themselves, or, I'm gonna tell you the problems that come along with it. So let's just keep going here. So it says the basic rights to speak and hear the truth. Don't leave out that truth. Remember, the demons is lies. And this is really getting, this how I don't be getting through this stuff, but that's really one of the main things that kills me about society, because they have you thinking that everybody lies, but everybody would be including you. It takes away the law of choices. You have a choice in everything that you decide to do. You choose to lie, you choose not to lie. Then people tell you that you got small white lies. No, that's being a people pleaser. No, we don't do that. Ain't no such thing as a small white lie, a big blue lie. Like, a lie is a lie, right? But society, it makes you think that everybody does it, so it's okay if you do it now, every now and then, and That's how you get hypocritical liars and people that start to believe their own lies, because they fall into this BS that society tries to feel with us, that as like our body is controlling us and we're not controlling our body. Don't teach your children to lie. Correct that. correct that at an early age. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're lying. Like, don't let them grow up and get into a habit of doing that. Correct that immediately, because, and don't make it think that it's okay, and don't lie to your children. That's my whole thing I got with holidays. It's because when you celebrate holidays and you do all this stuff, all this lying, you know what I'm saying? Because you know Christmas is not Jesus's birthday. You know Santa Claus don't have nothing to do with Christmas. You know these gifts, all these things that we do, and we feed into these lies, and we raise our children up on these lies. It's like this stuff is causing blockage, and we grow up as adults that don't know how to tell the truth. And now you got a man as a woman, or you got a woman be like, all she do is lie. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what? Like, come on now. This is the type of way that we got to start thinking about these things if we want to make a change in the future. If we just want to keep talking about the problems of the world and all this other kind of stuff, then that's what we can do. But if we want to get to some solutions, we got to start doing things that we never did before. And that's learning about all these things that they kept hidden from us or tried to make us believe that wasn't real. So anyway, back to this thing. So the basic characteristics of the throat chakra: resonate your voice, good listener, good sense of timing and rhythm, clear communication, lives creatively. Now, traumas and abuses, lies and mixed signals, verbal abuse, constant yelling, excessive criticism, which blocks creativity. See, some of these things you got to realize that these things we do to our children, right? Between, like I said, developmental stage 7 to 12 years old. So these things that we are doing to our children that are causing these blockages that we call healing as an adult, trying to do child work and heal our inner child and all this other kind of stuff that we got to get over. But what we got to do is break the cycle and not raise adults that need this type of healing because of this information right here. So excessive criticism, secrets, authoritory parents don't talk back. I did say what you do because I said so. Yeah, I remember when we talked about that, they talk about like gentle parenting and all this other kind of stuff or whatever, but we talk about this authoritory parents, right? That stuff blocks your throat chakra. Alcoholic, chemical dependent family, don't talk, don't trust, don't feel. So deficiency in your throat chakra shows up of fear of speaking, a small, weak voice, difficulty putting feelings into words, introvert, shyness, tone deaf, poor rhythm, access, too much of your throat chakra, talk too much, talk into a defense, inability to listen, poor auditory comprehension, gossiping, somebody that likes to gossip, dominating voice interruptions, like interrupting somebody when they're talking all the time, like that's a sign of excess throat chakra. You need to do some balancing. Physical malfunctions, disorders of the throat, ears, voice, or neck, tightness of jaw, toxicity due to the chakra's name, which means purification. Healing practices. So loosening the neck and shoulders. So y'all know that little it's like a little move, a little stretch, you know, shoulder roll type thing. Like that's really good at help healing your throat chakra. Like doing that every day, like, or every night before you go to sleep. It's really part of one of my flexibility classes or flexibility routines that I do. But rolling your neck, you know, just stretching out kinks. See my stuff popping. Y'all know I ain't got no problem with my throat chakra. I'll get on here and talk every week. But anyway, so releasing your voice, singing, chanting, toning. So y'all remember when Tina Turner and Love and What's Love got to do with it? They used to always do that chanting, yum yum, ring gay cool, yum. You know what I'm saying? Like those things were healing practices. Oh, healing practices learned in things from the excuse me Hebrews. Everybody thought she was in there going crazy, but it was actually healing practices. A lot of things that we used to see and that we used to think was crazy were actually healing practices for a lot of these different chakra systems and things like that. So singing, journaling, automatic writing, patient silence, or practicing silence, non-goal oriented creativity, psychotherapy. Psychotherapy is a healing practices for all these. Go get some therapy. Learning communication skills, complete communications, letter writing, inner child communication, voice blocking. Okay, so affirmations. I hear and speak the truth. I express myself with clear intent. Creativity flows in and through me. My voice is necessary. Okay, so my little bit that I wrote up on this real quick. Keyword: listening, speaking, element, ether, sense, hearing, feeling, kindness, and thoughtfulness. Its color is blue or turquoise. It is located within the throat. It is the chakra of communication, creativity, self-expression, and judgment. It is associated with your neck, shoulders, arms, hands, thyroid, and parathyroid glands. It is concerned with the senses of inner and outer hearing, the synthesizing of ideas, healing, transformation, and purification. Blockage of the throat chakra shows up as creative blocks. Remember when people like writer's block and things like that? So creative blocks, dishonesty, if you just got somebody that has a problem with lying all the time, you know what I'm saying, things like that. General problems with communicating one's needs to others. If it's hard for you to tell somebody how you feel or what you need or how something they did made you feel, or you know what I'm saying, things like that, like those type of things are blockage of the throat chakra. So you will want to, you know, do a little healing and things like that on that. So I got two more, Miss Walker. I think we're gonna get through this. What time is it? I think I need to go on break because I don't want to start one and then have to stop in the middle of it. I got 8 minutes. I kind of went too fast. So let me see. Okay, so we again, I'm just gonna do a little recap right here for the next couple of minutes, and then I'm gonna go on break, and then we're gonna come back with the last two chakras, which is the 6th and the 7th chakra, and then we'll have this thing put all together here. Again, if you guys want any of this information, feel free to email me, KUAW, or write me on my Facebook, or anyway, you know how to get in contact with me on my Instagram or anything like that. So I will be happy to share this with anyone who has wanted this actual physical copy of what it is that I'm going over here. I know y'all can't see it, but y'all can kind of see it, but then on Instagram too. So again, so the first chakra was just the root chakra, back to the material world, so material physical world. The second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, creation, work, relationships, and emotions is housed in this chakra. The third chakra, which is the solar plex chakra, this is the self-empowerment, mind, and personality is housed at. These are the material worlds. This is that plane of manifest. So once you start to ascend to the soul plane, the spiritual plane, the spirit plane. I felt that yawn coming too. Okay, I'm tired. So those planes. So then you have the the fourth chakra, which is the heart chakra, which is what we started off with talking on this segment of talking about the heart chakra, which is love, compassion, and forgiveness. And you always got to remember, it goes into that saying that forgiveness is for you, not for the other person, right? Because when you don't forgive people, you hold a blockage in your heart chakra. When you have an unforgiving heart or an unforgiving spirit, or you know what I'm saying, things like that, then you hold a blockage in your heart chakra. The fifth chakra, which is what we actually just went over, which is the throat chakra, will and expression, goes with the communication, creativity. This is one that I really like to hinder on, because I feel like it's one of the easiest one to damage. It's one of the easiest ones to damage in the developmental stage of when it's developing, just because of all the age, 7 to 12, the yelling, the disciplining, all the things that go along in that little age range. So I always, feel like it is very important to understand how and what to do about this blockage of the throat chakra, because a lot of people find it hard to express themselves. So, Mr. Walker, I'm ready to take a break. Okay, so I'm going to take a break here. So then we'll come back and do these last two chakras, and I'll be right back.
All righty, just a second. We'll be right back with Truth Be Told.
Okay. And we are back. I appreciate you guys being patient with us, and so we can take our break and pay our sponsors and get you know what I be saying. Again, if you got a business or an event that you would like sponsor here on KUAW, make sure to send us an email at kuaw985@gmail.com. I am going to eat this candy. I'm sorry, it was in my hand. So let me see. That was rude. I was trying to eat it before I got back on here, right? Okay, so I know we are on the sixth chakra, and okay, the sixth chakra is the third eye. Okay, woo! I've been waiting to get here. Okay. So the third eye chakra, that is the element is light. The color is indigo. Y'all know that Chris Brown song, Indigo? Chris Brown got a song called Indigo or whatever. But anyway, the name is I don't know how to say it, Ajana, to perceive and command. The location is the forehead, brow, category plex, third eye. So right here in this area. Right here, yeah. The purpose is pattern recognition. Identity is acrothepal. I don't know how to say that. I don't even know what it means. I have to look that up. Issues: image, intuition, imagination, visualization, insight, dreams, vision. Orientation is self-reflection. The demon is illusion. Now, the demons of these chakras always get me, okay? They always get me because it says this demon is illusion. And I feel like a lot of things that we are into nowadays that we don't realize it's an illusion. Like I tell people all the time is an illusion, right? A lot of things we are blocked by the illusions of what it is that they are. Like when we think about the movie The Matrix, if we go according to the Matrix and all this is an illusion. So getting caught up in the illusion, that's the demon of the third eye. You have to be able to know the difference, the wisdom to know the difference, right? Dang, why I got that little, okay, anyway. So the developmental stage is adolescence, doesn't even have an age range through there. So whatever, developmental stage, adolescence, y'all know what age that is. Developmental task is establishing personal identity, the ability to perceive patterns. The basic rights, the right to see. Balance characteristics. When this chakra is in balance, you are more likely to be intuitive, perceptive, imaginative. You'll have good memory, able to access and remember dreams, able to think symbolically, able to visualize. Visualization is really important when it comes to manifestation. Imagine these things being in unbalance, right? Then wondering why you're having a problem manifesting the life that you want to live, or why you're having a problem understanding your dreams or remembering your dreams or dreaming, period. And if y'all want to know the importance of dreams, then y'all have to go back and find the Truth Be Told idea over what dreams really are and what dreams really mean and why dreams are important. Okay. So traumas and abuse, what you see doesn't go with what you're told. Boom, let's stop right there, because I was just talking with somebody about when they say, when your parents, excuse me, I was drinking a Pepsi. When your parents used to say, do what I say, not what I do. Don't do what I do what I say, right? So it causes trauma when what you say or what you see doesn't match up with what you're told or what you're told to do. So that hypocrisy right there causes a lot of trauma in children. See, some of these sayings we shouldn't even use with our children anymore, because it's been like we've been programmed to cause trauma from the beginning. It's crazy. Invalidation of intuition and psychic occurrences, ugly or frightening environments, so war zone, violence, just poor, poverty looking, like just y'all know. So deficiency, when it's not enough, is splinting slower, as the energy is moving slower, like it's clogged, right? Or something like that. So deficiency is insensitivity, poor vision, poor memory, difficulty seeing future or imagining alternatives. Like when people can't see things from different perspectives, they have blockage in their third eye, right? Lack of imagination, difficulty visualizing, can't remember dreams, denial, can't see what is going on, monopolarized, one true right and only way. See, it's a lot in there. So access, when you got too much of it, hallucinations, delusions, obsessions, difficulty concentrating, nightmares. Physical malfunctions, headaches, vision problems. It's crazy because I wear glasses, but I don't think I got vision problems. My eye, I don't know. But headaches, like I ain't got like glaucoma and cataracts and all that type of stuff, right? So healing practices, create visual art, visual stimulation, meditation, again, psychotherapy, coloring and drawing, art therapy, working with memory, connecting image with feeling, dream work, hypnosis, guided visualizations, or guided meditations is also good for healing your third eye. Guided past life regression therapy. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that if you're not ready for that. Affirmations. I see all things clarity. I see all things in clarity. I am open to the wisdom within. I can manifest my vision. Okay, so let me see what I wrote up on these. the sixth. Okay. So let's see. I aspire in wisdom. I didn't read the affirmation of the throat chakra, but okay. So keyword: inner vision. Element is light. Sense is the sixth sense, intuition. Feeling is tranquility and generosity. The color is indigo, a combination of red and blue, purple. It is located in the center of your forehead at eye level or slightly above. This chakra is used to question the spiritual nature of our life. It is the chakra of question, perception, and knowing. It is concerned with inner vision, intuition, and wisdom. Your dreams for this life and regulations of other lifetimes are held within this chakra. Blockage may manifest as problems like lack of foresight, mental rigidity, selective memory, and depression. All those things are signs of blockage of your third eye. If you're not questioning, if you're not seeing things clear, if you're not able to read your information or intuition, like I can go in a place and actually feel the energy. If you're not being able to just really guide yourself and visualize your life and manifest what it is that you want for your life. Like I know this thing, it's like people have been thinking that using the word manifest and saying, about manifesting things has been like a trend or things like that. But it's really just because we're in the age of Aquarius. So it's the age of awakening. Meditation and visualization and manifestation, all those things go together to create the life of your heart desires. Okay. When it is that what it is that you want to do, what it is that you want to possess, where it is that you want to go, when they tell you that all things are possible and you can do anything that it is that you want to do, these things are true. That is not a lie. You can do anything that it is that you put your mind to. That's manifestation, because that uses the law of attraction to attract those opportunities to you, or to attract the things that you need to do in your life to accomplish those goals. The universe is not here to work against you. The universe is here to work with you. But you got to learn how to work with the universe. You got to learn what it is, the sciences of the universe. You got to learn what it means to understand these systems and these sciences that was given to us to be able to create a life for ourselves that only one could dream, if that makes sense. Okay, so the affirmation for the third eye chakra is: I use my imaginary and visualization. I renew my energy in nature. I am grateful for easy and effortless action. I am observing the life of the magic of life. See, when you say observing the magic of life, see, if you don't understand what it is in this world, see, I'll be telling y'all all the time, that Isaac Newton says that energy cannot die. It cannot be created nor destroyed, only transformed. And when you say your purpose in coming to this life as a human is to learn how to manipulate energy. Right? That's the magic of life. Being able to manifest and create your heart's desire, to be able to live the house that you want to live in, drive the car that you want to drive, have wealth, live the life, do the job, whatever it is that may be in your heart's desires, because it's different for everyone. But we all have the same creative force to manifest these things and make these things come into existence. When you understand the knowledge of your chakra system, then you understand where you have blockages, or you understand where you need some balance into where you may not be creating or manifesting how fast or the way you want to be doing, because you have all these blockages. If you're having troubles with relationships, jealousy, all these type of things or whatever that causes troubles in relationship, not being able to express yourself, not being able to understand or comprehend your throat chakra being blocked because you don't know how to express the way that you feel. You don't know how to interpret the way that you feel or how someone is doing to you because of all the things that goes into blocking it. But when we understand this knowledge, right, and we apply it, we become wise in it. And then we understand what it is that we need to do, like I said, to create and be this God-like being that we were created to be. Okay. So the last and but definitely not least is the crown chakra. Okay. So the crown chakra is spirituality. That's it. You know how everything else had like 1 or 2, 3 different things that they represent? The crown, spirituality, okay? So let's go into it. So the element is thought. It's crazy because I tell you guys all the time that thoughts are things and that you got to learn how to control your thoughts, whether it's you make sure that your thoughts are on a positive level, on a higher level, right? Because this is what you use to control the energy around you. Is controlled by your thoughts. Everything that you think, see, you can't get away from your thoughts. Nobody has to know your thoughts but you. You could drown in your own thoughts, right? You and God, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, the color is violet. The location is the cerebral cortex, which is top of your head. They used to call it a soft spot when you a baby. When you a baby, it's a soft spot when you born, right? It's crazy. It's crazy how all this come together and you think about like all the different things that go into it, right? So the purpose is understanding. The identity is universal. There go that universe word. The issues is transcending, immense belief systems, higher power, divinity, union, vision. Orientation is self-knowledge. Know thyself. That's what the Egyptians would tell you. The Moors as well. Know thyself. The demon is attachment. Attachment. Oh, I can think about some attachment issues I've had, you know. And that could be to a person, that could be to just different, you could be attached to many different things, right? So the developmental stage is early adulthood. So y'all remember when we was talking about these guns, right? And then we was talking about how I was saying, I think the age limit, we talk about this gun problem that we have, and I really don't think that it's a gun problem, and I don't think that the problem is going to be solved by taking guns away from people, because one, you're never going to be able to take away all the guns from people. You start taking away guns from people, they're going to start building them. Okay. But I think the age limit needs to be raised to 25. I think the age limit needs to be raised because we think about this crown chakra and everything that it represents. It says the basic right, the right to know and to learn. Developmental tasks, assimilation of knowledge, development of wisdom. See, that's what these people lack with these guns. They're not wise. They don't have no wisdom. They don't have no knowledge of they got knowledge, but they just, it's not in the good stage of life, right? But your crown chakra is not even developed until your early adulthood. I think early adulthood is 25. Okay. They try to tell you that you're an adult at 18, but no, you're not. You're not an adult at 18. Think about when you were 18 and the things that you went through when you were 18. You weren't an adult. It was still a lot of adult things that you're going to have to learn. You couldn't even drink yet. That's not an adult. Okay. 21, you're not an adult. You're just learning how to be responsible as an adult. You're learning how to be an adult. 23, 25, I consider that early adulthood. Because now you're really out there on your own. You got to pay bills. You got to figure your finances out. You really got to do the dang thing if you weren't forced to do it earlier, right? So I'm saying 23 to 25, okay? The right to learn, the right to know, and to learn. Balanced characteristics of a crown chakra is the ability to perceive, analyze, and assimilate information, intelligent, thoughtful awareness, open-minded and able to question, has a sense of spiritual connection, wisdom and mastery, a broad understanding. A broad understanding of several different things. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is why you need a real balanced crown chakra to be responsible with a gun at 18 years old, just not it. Traumas and abuse, withheld information, education, which thwarts curiosity, forced regulosity, invalidation of one's beliefs, blind obedience, no right to question or think for oneself. Imagine how much blind obedience we had just being forced to go to church and things like that, right? as a children. Misinformation and lies. So I was just talking about holidays, and these are these characters that we put into our child's heads and things like that. All these type of things. That's miseducation. That's misinformation, lies, right? Spiritual abuse, deficiency, spiritual synchronism, learning difficulties, rigid belief systems, apathy, access and lower chakras, materialism, greed, domination of others, access over intellectuation, spiritual addiction, confusion, dissociation from the body, physical malfunctions, comas, migraines, brain tumors, amnesia, cognitive delusions. Okay. And I'm moving a little bit faster here because I'm about to run out of time. So I got like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So healing practices, reestablish physical, emotional connection, reestablish spiritual connection, program of learning and study, spiritual discipline, meditation, psychotherapy, examining belief systems, developing inner witnessing, goal setting goals and accomplish them. So some affirmations for your crown chakra. Divinity resides within me. I am open to new ideas. Information I need comes to me. The world is my teacher. I am guided by a higher power. I am guided by inner wisdom. Okay, so let me go into what I wrote up over this, and then we're gonna close this thing on out. I'm so glad that we got through all of them and I didn't talk too much. Okay, balancing my throat chakra. Okay, so keywords: co-creation, transcending, infinite possibilities, gratitude. Element is cosmetic energy. Sense is faith. I'm gonna go back over these senses that we use in these things, because I remember when I was talking about the 7 senses and then not just 5. Yeah. So the sense is faith, beyond the senses. Feelings is selflessness, joy, and happiness. Its color is violet and is located at the top of your head, is associated with the cerebellar cortex, central nervous systems, and a pituitary gland. It is concerned with information, understanding, acceptance, and bliss. It is said to be your own place of connection to God, to the chakra of divine purpose and personal destiny. Blockage can manifest as psychological problems, period. Okay, psychological problems. If you got a psychological problem, you probably got a blockage in your crown chakra. I don't think I have, you know what? I don't think I have the paper with the affirmation that I used on there, but I mean, what better affirmations could we get than the ones that was just on here, right? But it was, divinity resides within me. I am open to new ideas. Information I need comes to me. The world is my teacher. I am guided by a higher power. I am guided by inner wisdom. So that's it, guys. That is the chakra system. Again, if you would like a physical copy of this research and papers and things that I was using as my guide for this series, then just let me know via email, either KUAW, my personal email, my Instagram DM, my Facebook Messenger, any of those things. I would definitely be glad to get this information to you, and whatever I can help and provide you with, I will do. Again, I appreciate you guys for being patient with me over these last couple of weeks to even be able to finish this up and get it all done, because like I said, I had went out of town, all kind of stuff. But so real quick, I do want you guys to understand that this is again, music history month, or appreciation month of melanated music artists. So I will be going over a music series for the rest of June. If you guys have some suggestions or songs that you want to go over, break down, anything like that, make sure to comment, send me a message somehow, however, and we'll get that done. So real quick, I'm gonna go close out with the Holy Covenant of Asiatic Nation, and I'm gonna get off of here a couple of minutes early. Okay, so Mr. Walker, you ready? He ain't listening. Okay, so you are the children of one father, provided for by his care, and the breast of a mother have given you suck. Let the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with our brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in our Father's house. And when you separate in the world, remember the relation that bondeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brothers in adversity, assist him. If thy sisters in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy Father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all, and your love to each other. Peace and love.